Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. Today I'm going to make the Tuscan and barley stew. I've got the recipe on the hanger ready to go. So before I start, I'd just like to say thank you to friends support. We did a live stream last night. It was fabulous. We started off a bit slow and then momentum picked up, and we had some fantastic chats with everyone who was there, and the chat was between each other in the chat box, and it was a lovely live stream last night, and Mr. Wallflowers and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So much so we stayed on for 3 hours, which was really long time for a live stream. And then towards the end, I let everyone know we've actually reached the 4,000 hours required by YouTube to go monetize, but we were just 70 subs short. And our friend Homestead Tessie stepped up for us and said she'd help. And she put a shout out on her channel, Homestead Tessie. It's a fabulous channel. She put a shout out on her community page and directed people towards us. Thank you so much, Tessie. We really appreciate that. So much so, we really had an emotional night last night and felt the love and the support and the response from all the people on your channel was tremendous. We kept hearing ping, 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 and we were jumping up every 2 minutes to look at it. I couldn't stop crying, and they were happy tears, but it was really so emotional. And an awful lot of people have tuned in to support us from your channel, and that's so wonderful. It's really heartfelt, and we thank you so much, Tessie. Thank you so much, everyone from Tessie's channel who's come across, and welcome. Welcome. We'll do our best to still produce the videos that we do try to produce. We're very frugal. We try not to waste anything, and we try to create something from virtually nothing, really. Wonderful. Whilst I'm here, my friend Karen from Prime and Midlife has also helped us tremendously. And Karen, we thank you so much as well. And I hope to work with both of you two ladies in the coming future. As I keep saying, we have a tremendous community here in the UK, but also our American cousins. We have a tremendous present community, frugal community. It's wonderful to feel the love, and it's wonderful to be part of this community. So, from mine and Mr. Wallflower's heart, we thank you dearly. Thank you. I'm not going to cry again. I'm not going to get emotional. As you can probably see, I'm so shattered because we just could not bring ourselves to go to sleep last night. The emotions were so high. But let's show you how we cook this meal. So this meal we bought all the ingredients for just £1 from one of our local food initiatives. It all comes in one bag, and along with it comes the recipe. Yes, it's been a bit tattered and torn in the bag, but it will now be kept, put in a plastic sleeve, and we will keep this for as long as we can. We shall make this recipe quite a few times. I'm just bringing the stock cube together to make our stock. I've put 900 mils of water in along with 2 stock cubes. So let's follow the recipe that they've given us. So we've got a tablespoon of olive oil in the pan. And as usual, anyone who's been with us for any length of time, my cooker normally plays with me. So if it left me late the first time today, we're really lucky. Oh, second time, not too bad. So we're just going to bring the olive oil to a heat. And when that's ready, we're going to add the leeks, the celery, the carrots, and the garlic. So let me get my spatula ready. And make sure we cover the pan. Last thing we want is anything sticking to this pan. And believe me, I've had that a few times before. Just make sure we cover the bottom of the pan. Sorry? It said a tablespoon, so I'm going to follow the recipe. Do you think I should put a drop more in? Mr. Wallflowers is advising a drop more, so we should just put a tiny drop more in. The olive oil has gone cold in the pantry, so I'm having to keep it out in the kitchen now. There we have it, that's heated up, and I'm going to add the vegetables. So in going is the leek, the celery, the carrots, and of course the garlic. Sorry? That's quite a loud crackle, isn't it? So we're just going to heat this through until all the vegetables are soft. Don't want the garlic to burn on the bottom. Now what I normally do, if the oil isn't sufficient, I would add a little drop of water at this stage, just to give it a bit more moisture. Sorry, a little bit of the stock, yeah, that's a good idea. Make sure the garlic doesn't burn on the bottom. I grated the garlic on what we'd use normally to grate nutmeg or anything like that, a really fine grate. We used to have a garlic crusher, didn't we, many years ago? We don't have one of them anymore. Yeah, it comes across better grating it. It's easier, isn't it? And it's easier to clean the actual grater than it was to clean a garlic crusher. Mr. Wallflowers was saying it was difficult to get the garlic out the garlic crusher once you'd done it, especially if it was a small clove, etc. So to grate it is much easier. Although we both like cooking, because Mr. Wallflowers works long hours, he doesn't get to do any much household stuff. So he actually likes to cook and enjoys cooking. So quite often Mr. Wallflowers will cook the evening meal here midweek because he actually enjoys doing it. And he's a lovely cook in his own right. Always appreciate your food. It's lovely. And for some reason he makes much better pastry than I do. So we'll look at the next bit. So the next part of the recipe is add the stock, the tomato puree and the barley. So the tomato puree is a tablespoon. So I've literally from the tube just filled the tablespoon and got that ready. And I was quite surprised how little of the bag of barley was needed. It was just 3 tablespoons. So I've measured that out already. We have that ready to go in. Letting this soften up a little bit more. Yeah. Rather than adding any more oil, I'm adding little bits of the stock to give it some moisture. Just soften it. I think we're about ready. So I'm going to add all of the stock in. Give it a quick stir to incorporate all the herbs in. There's all the stock in. The tomato puree. As you know, I don't like to leave any in the container, so I'm just using the bottom of the fork to scrape every last bit out of the spoon. No point washing it away. I will. And that's the tomato puree. And now the barley. Give it a good squish round with the tomato puree. Turn the heat up slightly. Now we've got all the liquid in. Well spotted, Mr. Wallflowers. I didn't see that piece of tomato. So it's saying bring to the boil and then simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. So we'll do that. We'll bring it to the boil and we'll simmer for 15 to 20 minutes until the barley is tender, and then we shall bring you back for the next step. Okay, that was brought to the boil and has now simmered for 15 minutes. So I'm going to add a can of mixed beans. The recipe says Barley beans. And this is just a mix of mixed beans. Put the whole can in. And the can itself, yeah. Have it. I'm going to add the bag of kale, slightly wilted because it's sat in the bag. Oh, it'll still be good. It's actually just the purple piece, so there's nothing really wrong with that. And then it says to simmer for another 15 minutes. I'll just stir it in so kale is covered, or at least immersed slightly. Had to check then. I thought I'd forgotten to put the microphone back on when I went to sap the mic over tea. Okay, so that's sufficient. So that'll simmer for another 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, another 5 minutes. So whilst I'm waiting for that, I'm going to cut some slices of the French stick we got on Friday, sorry, I don't know which day of the week it is at the minute. I'm just full of that much excitement. Five, six, 7, 8, and the rest, as I said earlier, should be made into 4 pizzas, French bread pizzas. I'm skimping on the butter at the moment, so I'm just going to serve dry bread to dip in the barley stew today. Normally I'd butter that bread, but I'm not going to today. I'm having to be extra frugal with the butter, and we're just going to have the dry bread to dip in. This smells absolutely wonderful. I wish we could do smell-o-vision. It looks wonderful. There's lots of proteins in it, lots of vegetables in it, and it smells absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to use the big bowls today. I'm hoping you can read that with the creases in and hold it a bit flat for you. And that shall be wonderful. So I'll just carry on stirring this, and then I'll take a photograph of it. In the bowl, we all like to see how it's like when it's served. So, as I say, thank you all for being here. Thank you all, and love for all our friends. And my blessings, especially today, are for Homestead Tessie and for Karen from Prime of Midlife. Love you both dearly, friends. Okay, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you soon. I'll add a photograph at the end. Bye.